The very first thing I thought about was my son David, because losing your father when you are 9 years old must be terrible.
Das muss ja grauenvoll sein.
I became completely rigid, crossed my arms in front of my upper body, and then there was a horrible crash. The people involved try to put the accident behind them as quickly as possible. However, Mercedes wants to learn from the events and actively researches the causes and effects. The insights gained serve to further improve the brand's own safety concepts. Mercedes-Benz Accident Research is a team which analyzes vehicles involved in real accidents. The most important issue for Mercedes-Benz safety is real-life safety, because we want to orient ourselves on real accident situations, and you can only do this if you know what happens in the real world. When we are called out to an accident, we drive to the site 1 or 2 days after the accident and closely examine the vehicle. What do the deformations look like? How did the systems function? We examine whether there are any abnormalities on the vehicle, namely whether something did not behave the way it was supposed to. And naturally, the environmental conditions, the weather, and of course the skid marks. It's like detective work. The mudguard was so deformed that the driver's door could no longer be opened. There was almost no damage in the interior of the car. Watching how the driver gets out of the car on his own after the crash is very impressive. The Mercedes driver suffered from mild shock, but that was all. Not something that can be taken for granted, and only possible thanks to meticulous work. When we investigate an accident, then we do not just investigate the vehicle itself, but also carefully examine the site of the accident as well. Naturally, information is essential. The more information you have, the easier it is to put together the puzzle. These measurements, which we carry out at the site of an accident, enable us to reconstruct the course of the accident afterward. As a rule, people are very willing to provide information or enthusiastic about the fact that the manufacturer, Mercedes-Benz, is interested in this accident and wants to learn from it. In the last 20 years, since I began working here in the Accident Research Department, the number of serious accidents in particular has decreased significantly. It is also a truly meaningful job which serves to save human lives. Saving lives, a simple goal, which none value more than the survivors themselves. It might well have ended differently in a different car. I purchased the same car again. I'll stay with this model.